defend yourself, defend yourself. Daddy is the one you should blame. So it doesn't even know the finer points of whip, but first you gotta say my name. I keep feeling like I have a hair on me when I don't. Alright. Oh man, you won't believe how far I'll go. One, two, four. Potato Cam, why are you lagging like that? Where are you, Potato Cam? Open your settings. Settings. Where are your properties? Why are you lagging like that? Don't like that. I just met you, really, it's fluttering over. No, the Potato Cam is in fact lagging. Don't mind me just flinging my hands trying to figure out. Because I can see. Because I have the camera up on the screen, obviously, so I can see how fast my hand is actually moving. More so because there's like a light lag on it, which is weird. Because there's actually, I have 2 frames open. Because I'm looking at the property. So when I have properties open, I can see the camera, and then I'm looking at the camera in the main screen behind it. And it is, the one on the properties window is moving, it's still got a little lag, but it's moving better than the one behind it, which is weird. There's like a weird lag to it. Why is it doing that? Why is it doing that? I don't know why. I'll be 100%. I don't know why it's doing that, which is weird. Because it didn't do this yesterday. It was more or less fine yesterday. Let's see. What if I turn that off? That made the camera look, that just changed how it looks. Of course, it's lagging every time I open up the properties to try to get it to fixed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Oh, I can't see anything there. there's still a lag to it. Huh, weird. I don't really know what's going on with that. Strange. That is strange. That's what it is. What's funny is, like, I was messing with settings. Like, I was actively messing with settings last night. Um, but that was mostly just to try to fix the picture quality a little bit, because it is not a great camera. But, because, like, I got it to a point that it's a little better. Like, you can actually kind of read some of the text. Like, you can kind of tell what's on my ruler. It's not as blurry, per se. Or, like, if I had, like, the yarn label, it's a little easier to see. It's not as fuzzy as it was yesterday. But I guess we're just gonna have to deal with the light lag on it, which is hilarious to me as I'm looking at it, because it's like I see my actual hands and I'm seeing my hands on a delay behind it, and I think that's really funny. I'm alright. I made bread today, and I'm going to try to finish this turkey bag. And I smell something, and I kind of gotta go. I kind of want to go see if my dad's cooking, maybe. And the losers. There's a line between the chosen and the rest. So this is the same turkey bag I had started yesterday. So I did get the base of the bag done, and I also did the 2 little turkey wings. So I gotta make the 2 drumsticks today. I like actually half the video I was just like, do I actually want to stream today? Do I not want to stream today? And I was just like, you're gonna be crocheting one way or the other at your desk. You might as well just stream. I also do apologize if I sound a little quieter today. I am trying to not speak too loudly because my dad is home and he's been resting today, and I don't want to be too loud for him. So if I do sound a little more subdued than I normally am during streams, that is why. It's because I'm trying to behave and not be an absolute chaotic goblin. Man, Potato Cam, I was rooting for you. I was messing with the settings last night and stuff to kind of fix the picture quality slightly, and I was like, wow, maybe Potato Cam will actually get to survive and I won't have to go buy a new camera because the Potato Cam can be somewhat decent, and now it's lagging, and I'm like, maybe less, and maybe I have to go back to watching reviews on other cameras to find the camera that I need to replace the Potato Cam. What? Look at the lag. Yeah. Like, you can see that in OBS, you see the lag. Is Dad cooking? Because you smell something too, right? Yes. Okay. There is fresh bread if you would like to go have fresh carb. There's 2 loaves of fresh carb. I smell good. He's probably cooking. I didn't realize he was off today. Oh. Oh. Gotcha. Well, he's just been home the entire time that I was home, so. And he's been resting, so. Which is good shit. And Joey's been Joey. How was your nap? Oh, is he back in his box? How was your nap? Well, a couple more hours you can go back to sleep. Look at little turkey wings. It's not that bad. It's like I don't normally have to be too quiet, even like if it's Spud's home and stuff like that. It's just the fact that I know my dad's been working a lot, and I just don't want to be too loud when he's sleepy. because my voice can carry. Um, to be fair, though, from what I know, Divine, isn't your computer like really old? My computer's maybe 5 years old, but I overwork this thing like a beast. So plans for stream today is I want to finish these little drumsticks for this bag, sew them down to the bag, finish the bag, and depending on how long it takes to get the drumsticks done, I might make a few Christmas baubles. Because I have a couple coworkers who requested me to make some for them. So I have uh, about 7 of them to make because I have to make 3 with sunflowers. Though I think I'm gonna make a set of 4 for her because she did pay me extra, so I want to make her. I think I'm gonna make a 4th one, and then I have to make 4 for another coworker, and that one requested 2 large baubles and 2 smaller baubles. And she didn't give me any color suggestions, so I'm gonna just kind of go ad lib on the colors for those ones and see where I go with that one. But the biggest thing I have is getting this turkey bag done. That's my main goal. Anything else from that is bonus. Hence casual crocheting. But hey, it counts as my one stream in January because that's my goal again, is a stream a month. We'll see how long I stick. I managed it for the most part last year, minus a month I got really sick, but I don't hold that against myself. I have a feeling my sister-in-law is gonna like this bag more than my niece does, just because it's funny. Nice. I wrote the thing I sent earlier in chat, but there's actually more to that. I just copied part of the snippet because there's also a part of that snippet in which Eclipse, she sneezes, is the joke of like you sneeze or your ears burn when someone's talking about you. And she's talking with like Senna and Kraft and Hattie about how there's no way Rue likes her and everything, and it's just idiots all around. This is funny. I'm looking at the photos of this bag. And it's like it almost seems like it's put together backwards, but at the same time I know it's not. So I'm gonna have to mess with it when I put it together. Hi, Bringer! I could read part of it too if desired. Because there's also a part before Seamus and Rue were talking where Rue brought up like how do werewolves feel about their mates, because he's like trying to test the water to figure out. Rue just trying to figure out, how do I tell if a werewolf's into me? Seamus, what do you mean she's not? Nom 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 on cake. Spud make a cake that she used root beer in. It's pretty good. Apparently my cat is in a box outside of my bedroom door. I realized with how my mic is positioned, you guys can most likely hear my computer fan just begging me for the sweet release of death. Alright, I messed up somewhere. You can do it, Bringer! I believe in you. It's looking good from what I saw. Okay, what the fuck? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Alright, whatever. We'll just play it like that. I don't know where a stitch went missing, but a stitch went missing. Alright, I definitely think I'm gonna get to doing baubles on stream tonight because I'm almost done with this drumstick. So. Probably do a couple. Might do the sunflower ones because I can batch those. Just gotta figure out where I put the gold yarn. Woo! Shade sighed as he laid on the bench. He looked up as Seamus shifted his bangs from his sweating face. Hey, how do werewolves feel when they find their mates? He asked as he moved to sit up. He brushed his curling copper hair back. The merman took the offered towel and wiped at his neck as he scowled. Is this about Miss Nightingale? Seamus chuckled as he grabbed his water bottle. He moved for a hairband to pull his curling bangs from his face, hazel eyes sparkling with mischief. Or because you're a leviathan? A bit of both. Shade sighed as he mulled it over. I don't know. He gripped his face, annoyed, with his own fluttering heart. I'm just so confused. I know the reason I get territorial on land is around her, and it's been annoying me, more so since I have no idea how to court a modern woman, and it's Eclipse. I don't think I could court her if I tried. She's so amazing and unique, and anything I could think about, I already do. So that only leaves so that leaves only thinking to appeal to her wolf side as well, right? You really have attached to her. Seamus hummed as he leaned on the gym wall with a pursed expression. Well, so you know, it's not a one-size-fits-all thing. Werewolves we may be, but we're still unique. I know that, Shade grumbled, but I also know as a Leviathan I have developed some odd peculiarities when it comes to romance. So I could only assume a wolf has slightly different courtship to humans. No, the sound is cutting out. I can copy and paste it later. I can send it in chat later so it's you can just read it. I was reading from the fic a little bit. But if it sounds cutting out and stuff like that, I can just send it in chat later. I messed up somewhere. Me? Yeah, I'll definitely get this turkey leg done. Me messes up somewhere. You know what? Just frog it. Just frog it and go back to the start. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hey, mouse. Haha. I found you, fucker. So all the way in back in row 2 is where I messed up the count. Thank ya. I got the wings done offline, along with finishing the main bag, so now I'm doing the drumsticks, which I messed up the first one, so I had to redo it. Dad must have added kielbasa to his mac and cheese. I can smell it. Glad he's eating, though. God, I'm remembering the Metrics chapters for Moon Guardian. Oh, yeah, I can smell it. My door is open. I had my door cracked in case the cat wanted to come in. Because Joey's currently in the hallway sitting in a box. So if he wants to come in here, he's free to come in. mean, I made bread earlier. Well, I say sitting, but he's sleeping. I don't know how well you can see this photo, but he's he's just sleeping in a box. Yeah, he's just like full on in there. Like it's so funny. And apparently that's where he's currently sleeping still. He had gotten up for a while, and apparently, according to Spud, he went back into it. He's a little weirdo. Right. Yes'm? Okay. Yeah, I'll let her know. Be right back, guys. I mean, can you really call it a mission if I just went to go get food? But Papa Bun cooks. Dad made kielbasa and mac and cheese, so. But I'll eat that in a little bit because I don't like eating on stream. No one needs to hear my eating noises. It's barbecue kielbasa too, so like, yeah. Funny enough, I actually ate before stream, so that's the other reason I'm like, no, I'm not gonna. Look, I don't even like eating in front of people, so like when I eat at work, I literally take my food and hide in the back. I don't like eating around folks. It makes me uncomfortable. One, two, three, four, five. One more row. To be fair, the camera is lagging itself, but it could be Twitch. No, it's more of I lean over a back counter and eat it while looking at my phone. Because it's normally the first break I take in the night. My phone's like right off screen. I was seeing if my manager messaged me back. To get out of it, try making faces. Well, look who's inside again. Went out to for a reason to hide again. Well, buddy, you found it. Right, so that is 6. And Papa good, told me everything just like a daddy should. You were beautiful and powerful and power and success. I don't always get chicken Alfredo. I mostly get chicken Alfredo. We're so elitist. We're as flawed as any church. Did you? It tastes like Thomas' mouth. He's a monster and insane. Someday they will buy the fucking train. I did also figure out why my audio was recording badly. Because I went to go upload the VODs from yesterday, and it's like, hey, we would notice this music, and I'm like, you shouldn't be having the music in you, because the way I record my VODs, and I realized that my VODs were set up incorrectly for how they record audio. So I had to fix that. Which is really funny, because there's literally a line in one of the VODs from yesterday where I said, no one's going to get this because there's not going to be music in the VOD. Lo and behold, I'm an idiot. So elitist, we're as flawed as any church. Alma has a fire fucking net worth. Vitalos. also love that I've been crocheting steadily for months, and it's like I should just take a small break and do other things like arting or writing, and my dumb brain is like, no, we're gonna keep crocheting because we're a glutton for punishment. Do you guys want to see these awesome socks my sister got me for Christmas? Sorry, I looked over and I see them on my other table, and I was just like, them are some sweet sockies. Spud got me some amazing socks. It's possums! Like, look at them. These possum socks. Also, my dad seemed really happy. Wow, what are you... Okay, that was weird. I was gonna say my dad seemed happy I was wearing one of the shirts that he got me for Christmas. Well, I don't know if maybe it just there was a lag or something on my end because well, I was typing something to my sister on Discord and I almost wonder if it lagged out and thought I was clicking this instead. Holy water ain't gonna help you here. I realized my VTuber is she's sitting a little weirdly, so you can't fully enjoy the worm on string scarf. There we go. Now you can enjoy the fact that the worm looks at me when I talk. Exactly who I want and talk like a machine. Becoming my own self-fulfilled prophecy. Alright, this is already working better. I just realized I don't think I've actually posted the next page of Moon Guardian. It's done. I think it's in my drafts. I just think I didn't edit the thing to post it. Whoopsie. I wanna be talk like a machine. Maybe that's what I'll do tomorrow is I'll work on Moon Guardian pages. Potato Cam, you're slightly off kilter because you can't see what I'm doing very well. That looks like a little drumstick. 11. Think I do one more row. Yeah. I actually don't like drumsticks personally. I don't like wings and I don't like drumsticks because I just find the tendons on them to be really annoying to chew on, and the sensation of it just makes me very uncomfortable. Um, Normally I would tuck a tail end in, but I'm going to leave that a long tail for you can reveal them to me. Alright. So there's one, skip a stitch, 5 doubles in the next, 3, 4, 5, skip a stitch, slip stitch into the next. Interesting way they're doing this. Skip 1 and then 5 doubles. Interesting, interesting. Alright. But we have one little drumstick done. Have fun! The world outside. Nice to meet you. Be my wings and my eyes. This well, brother of mine, show me the world outside. Let's meet you. Wings in my eye. Tell me again about how it hurts it hurts being awfully loud for an introvert. Get out of my room. Is my wife clean? Isn't it weird to be so mean? I'm guessing that I've grown horns. I guess I'm human no more. I can tell I'm rotted in your brain. Oh, how easily passions twist. You think I'm a crazy bitch. 1,000 words to fit your head, 'cause no one listens to the dead. We'll talk to you. Alright. We have one drumstick. Now I gotta make another one. Gotta make one more, and then I can put this together, and we can actually see what this whole thing's gonna look like together. You know what? I'm gonna see if this will help. Quit Discord. I really let this die. I'm gonna have to go back to watching webcam reviews. I don't know if I can deal with this lag. It's making me nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. One more. 10. I think, depending on how cold it is tomorrow, I have to deal with the animals in the yard. I'm so excited. My brother... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. My brother told me I don't get the head of one of his deer that he got this year because one of them had antlers. Originally he said I didn't get it. But guess what's in my backyard in a trash bag that I get to deal with? I'm so excited. It's got antlers. There's also a doe. Get 2 more from my collection. I'm so excited. Even just got a new knife so that I can actually deal with it and stuff. So I can skin it properly. And I'm so excited to have them. I really need to get a good shelf to put them all on so I can just like enjoy them. Me with my weird morbid hobbies. I have to sound like a serial killer anytime I fucking talk about it, but it's like, no, I just think it's neat. Like, I always tell people too, I'm like, you guys think this is weird. You have to think I'm the kind of person who, when I was 5 years old, my dad called me out to the garage and said, here, hold this, and dropped a still warm heart into my hand. This is normal for me. Oh, there's gonna be an ad. I'll auto run it so that it can just be good. So prepare your guys self that have ads. Here it comes. I'm raising the dead. Maybe you just escaped them. I auto ran some, so. It's cold. Nice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Here's a thought. Would you guys be interested if I stream doing traditional art at some point? I think that won't happen until after I get a non-potato cam. Because it's like, it's one thing if I'm crocheting and stuff and it's a little blurry. That's whatever, because yarn is fuzzy. So it's not as bad. You can kind of figure out still what I'm doing. But I think maybe once I get my, like, get a better camera that's not a potato, potentially doing some traditional streams, doing like marker illustrations or something like that, because I like doing marker work and I haven't done it in a while, and I thought maybe that could be something that I do in the upcoming year. Obviously, like I said, once I replace the potato cam. Also, I love you can actually see like the shadow of my head. Like you can actually see my head shadow on the desk because my overhead light is on behind my head. But yeah, it's a thought I had. Mostly because I am once again doing the thing where I am listening to something completely different than what I'm playing on the stream. Because it's a focus thing. Yeah, you can see my head shadow on the desk. I noticed it before I was streaming. Um, but I was watching a video and I was like, oh, that could be something to do. That's fun. Do you guys want to see how many markers I have? Like, do you guys want to see actually how many like alcohol markers I own? Uh, and it's not even all of them because I have another case over on my art station. I have a little cart that's full of art supplies. Um, Let me finish crocheting this drumstick. I don't want to do the thing where I get distracted midway through a task. So let me finish crocheting this drumstick and then I'll show you my marker collection because it's under the desk. It is literally right at my feet. I have a giant case that I keep them in. The only ones I don't keep in it are my skin tones, which are in their own container. Um, I have a mix of Copic, Prismacolor, Ohuhus, and some miscellaneous ones I've gotten from art shops. Um, but yeah, because that could be fun because I do my Moon Guardian covers. I do those with marker. I think I actually have the originals somewhere over here. Um, they're stored though because I store my illustrations away once they're done. Um, But I thought it could be something fun, something different. Like, that's what I want to do this year is I want to do more of the random shit that that's what I do. Like, I'm a maker. I make things and I want to share the things I make with everyone. Um, I would like to just kind of be like, yeah, it's like I want to hang out with people, and if I'm doing something different, then I'm doing something different. People have been receptive already to the fact that I do crocheting. Potentially, I might do some streams where I'm working on bead critters. Um, but I thought, illustration is a thing. So if I get a less potatoey camera, I could start doing some marker or watercolor illustrations. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And thought that would be something fun to do. Watch my process, start to finish kind of thing. Watch me do the stupid thing I do with my marker illustrations. Fun fact: I don't do my marker. This is. I don't always do my marker illustrations on the page that I actually do the ink on, because I do ink traditionally. I use microns typically. I can show you my fucking pencil case. And typically I don't actually ink. I don't use my marker pictures when I do marker illustration. I don't typically actually use the page that I inked on originally, and I print off copies of it instead. And the reason I do that is in case I fuck up, but it also allows me to do test illustration, like test color strips on it. Maybe that's something I look for next stream to show off, because I have I believe it was last cover, the chapter 3's cover, for Moon Guardian. I had to do quite a few test covers I had to do a couple of color tests to kind of figure out if the moon jumper square on the cover that I did for the last chapter, I had to do quite a bit of it's about the same. I had to do quite a bit of color work to test to make sure it was going to look good, because I wasn't quite sure, like, did I use like an orange for that one, or do I use a green for the background? Like, what color blue is going to look best for it? So I did quite a bit of test on that. Like, what I did was I printed off my line work, but I like made a copy of it so that it was just the Moonjumper panel, and that way I put like 3 or 4 of them on one page so I could test out how the color was going to go. For the most part, my markers don't react poorly to my printer's ink, which is good. They would be better if I just used the micron pages, because that ink is archival and it's a lot better, but sometimes it's easier to count for if you're going to make a mistake and have to redo the entire illustration. So that's my 50 cents on it. But yeah, I was thinking like just do like some maybe do some colored pencil stuff, do some like marker stuff. Like I said, doing maybe some watercolors and stuff too. Just just having some fun with it. That's basically what I want to do this year. I want to be able to just do what I like doing and be able to create more, because that's a thing. Like, it's like the past couple months I've kind of just gotten into the mindset again. It's a good mindset, mind you, where it's just like, fuck it, I want to make things. I'm gonna make the things I like, and I don't really care what other people think. If I post, I post. If I don't post, I don't post. I just want to make the things that I like, and if I want to share them, I'll share them. Alright, so I think that's... Look how squishy this has gotten. Just, this used a lot of yarn. Not a negative thing, because one of my things is I want to use up a lot of yarn this year. Alright, let's sew this little drumstick. Yee, it's so squishy. Like, I want to finish some of my work in progress. I can't remember if you were here when I was showing off my work in progresses to like my friends Go-Go and stuff, and I was like, Um, because it's funny because it's like I actually found more work in progresses that I hadn't talked about yesterday. I was talking about a bunch of work in progresses I had around my room, and then I was just like, yeah, it's not even all of them. And then I found more work in progresses while I was grabbing yarn for today. Um, like I'll show you one of them in a second because I'm gonna use part of it. Because I think you've seen my Howl's Moving Castle jacket that I crocheted. I've posted pictures in the server and stuff before. But I've crocheted myself a Howl's Moving Castle jacket, the pink and purple one, but I'm also crocheting a red and silver one based off kind of like, because there's one in the book that's mentioned he has a silver one too. So I've been crocheting that one as well, but I haven't finished that one. However, I do have the diamond panels done on it. I just have to do the actual, like, I had to do the back panel, but the problem was I had started doing the back panel, but it ended up being, okay, bye. Goodbye, crochet hook. That just rolled all the way out. But look, got two drumsticks. Got two drumsticks. We got the little turkey wings, and then we have the turkey bag. But I said I'll show you my marker collection. Well, first thing. These are my inking pens for the most part. For the record, under my desk is like a sea of wonder. I keep so many things under my desk. Like, it's not even funny. But you can see I have a bunch of like, oh my god, there's lizards in here. I told you, I said this yesterday when I was showing off bead critters. I will clean my room and I will find more lizards without thinking there's lizards or critters there. I will find more critters. But like I've got my Sharpies, I've got like my Sakura microns, I have Copic microns, I think my Staedtler microns are in here too. There's my traditional inking pencil, this is my favorite mechanical pencil. It's just one from Walmart, but it's a 0.5 lead. It's a zebra, but it's really good and I love using it to sketch. I have red colored pencils. I do have standard just pencils. There's some Staedtlers, there's some erasers, a lot of Sharpies, but that's pretty much my sketching / inking bag I use. Now, for the markers. My markers are a much bigger... Sorry, I had to mess with the mic. This is my marker case. These are my markers. So you can see I've got a decent amount of them, and these pop out, so I can pull these straight up. I can also unvelcro the sides. These are Velcro, so I can have it flop open. So this row to this row, these are all Prismacolors. This row and this row here, so these round ones here, and these round ones here to here, these are hoo-hoos. These are Copics right here, and then these ones, I believe, are Master's Touch. Yeah, these are Master's Touch, which are Hobby Lobby's brand. And I do have more markers. I think they're over here. Yeah. So, I have more Ohuhus. These are this is a skin tone pack, which is why it has like all these ranges. I don't have it in with the rest of the pack just because there's not really enough space for me to put all of these Ohuhus in with these. Eventually, I'll probably end up getting rid of most of the Master Touches because they're not the greatest quality of alcohol marker. They work fine enough for what I use them for. I typically only use the Master's Touch for sketches. So like I have sketchbook pages where I'll sometimes color them in with marker, and I use the Master's Touch occasionally just to do a few color things on them. But yeah, Ohuhus are currently one of my favorites, if not evident by the fact I have 2 large sets of Ohuhus. But I also love Prismacolors. The biggest difference between my Prismas and my Ohuhus, though, is Ohuhus, they have a brush tip, so it makes it a little easier to do, like, smooth blending, whereas most of my Prismacolors are bullet nibs, so they're a little harder. They only have a chisel tip and a bullet nib, so they're a little harder to blend out, but you can do it. It's very much doable. I've done it for a long time. I have been using alcohol markers since high school, I believe, is when I started using them. I'd seen some illustrations using them. My father had some, so I used my dad's old markers that he had had since college, because my dad also does art. But I have a nice big case. I used to have these black Prismacolor cases that I would keep all my markers in, but I had too many markers for that, so I ended up investing in this nice big case. And it's really good because it also has like a nice strap that I can carry it with me if I want to. Back into the void of the desk you go. Return from whence you came. And for the record, when I say that under my desk is like a void, it's just because I keep a couple of supplies underneath my desk. There is my light trace, there's my light box, which I use for doing my inking stuff. My markers are under here. I have a couple of file folders that keep various papers and illustration stuff in. I think this one just has paper in it. Yeah, so like I have this one which just has like specialty paper in it. So like there's sticker paper in here, there's photo paper in here. I keep it under the desk because my printer is also under the desk. And my printer is where I would use the specialty papers with. Oh god, I found baby bun art. There's a file folder under here that has some old art from when I was in like high school. I found old high school bun art. I also found some geometry homework. Why do I still have geometry homework from high school? Oh gods, I found baby bun art. Look at this baby bun stuff. Oh, this is funny. Oh. That's hilarious. That is funny. Oh god, this stuff is horrible. That's hilarious. That is funny. I was checking in that file folder because I wasn't sure if maybe my Moon Guardian masters were under here. The original. No, those are prints. Prints. Yeah, I think those are mostly just prints. Yeah, those are all prints. So, my masters must be in another location, which isn't surprising. I didn't think they were under there. So yeah, baby bun art. You guys don't need to see the pajama pants that I'm wearing. Alright, now we gotta sew this thing together. First things first, I want to find the seam. Where is the seam? There it is. Right. So I want that to be, that's more or less the middle right there. So this is the bottom of the bag. And I'm gonna stuff something in here to make it stand up a little bit so I can sew this down. And what I meant earlier when I said I'm gonna shove a whip in is, I have it's the siding for a coat. It's the front flap, and I'm just gonna shove this in there to give it shape. You okay?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get some noms.
Do you want to see these cards that I got in the same pack?
Sure. Did you see the Mewtwo I got?
I did. So these cards are in the same pack.
Uh-huh.
One right after each other.
Ooh, good boy, good boy.
See why I had to show you.
So Spud got these cards in the same pack. They're metallic. One right after the other. That's hilarious.
Tell me about it.
I love that this one's more metallic. This one has the metallic border and inner frame, whereas this one has the metallic, like, outer
Yeah, it
frame.
has the design and stuff.
That's so funny. You got, like, 9 identical shiny cards.
Literally one right after each other.
That's hilarious.
I thought it was fucking hilarious.
I can show you the ones that I got.
Yeah.
Mewtwo was just the coolest one, that's why I was showing him.
These are like the coolest I got in my pack.
But I like this because these are done by the same illustrator.
Nice.
So they actually, and they were run right after the other, so it works really well because they're the same artist for both of them.
Big steppy.
Yeah, they do a big steppy. And there's the lad. Isn't it a really cool Mewtwo card? Like, I think it's a really cool one. But the rest weren't terrible. I like this matches the Ghastly I got in the other pack. But I also got a shiny Diglett.
I have a not a Wiglet, but a Doug Trio card that goes with that card. It looks like they're lost, and like...
I mean, you want to talk about being lost in the sauce.
Like, it has them all 3 popped up, and it looks like, take a wrong turn. Where are we? You had the map.
I don't know how to read. None of us know how to read.
Underneath every Diglett is a Brock.
Beneath every Diglett is a bro. Also, check out the turkey bag so far. I do got a Dumpy.
Dumpy as big as Bubby.
Yeah.
It's not really a coin purse, that's a whole bag.
Right? I thought it was going to be smaller. In my defense, I really thought this was a smaller bag when I looked at the pattern. And then I realized there was a whole hand underneath it. I thought it was smaller in all of my defense. Like, if I show you the pattern. But I didn't realize there was a whole hand underneath it.
Yeah, that's a big one.
See, like, I saw this first, and I was like, oh, it's a little coin purse. And then I was like,
it's just a bag, my bestie.
I was working on it, and I was just like, wait a minute. Hold on, wait a minute. So it ended up being a little bit bigger than intended. Not that I think Angie will care, because I think Angie's gonna lose her marbles over it one way or the other.
Yeah, I have Annie roll up to school with that.
Oh yeah. Where'd you get that? My aunt's insane.
But yeah, I thought you'd laugh at this.
It is quite funny.
I had to giggle and I had to show you. But I couldn't tell you I had to show you in person.
It is much more effective in person. It's funny.
It's hilarious. Like, the oddity of card packs sometimes just amuses me.
Right? Sometimes they're just so bad.
I want to find that pack so bad.
Well, maybe it's almost time. Maybe you'll finally get some time off, and then you'll just tear your room apart and just...
I want to tell you, it's probably just in the bin.
Yeah.
Because I emptied out a bunch of tins.
Into the bin.
Into the bin that were from after I had gone through all my sorting.
Yeah. I'm sure it's somewhere. What you do? They coming for you, Spooty. Alright, that's not what I wanted it to. Me just shoving things inside of this turkey to see if I can give it some bulk to try to place these wings. I know, like up on the edge of the box.
Like, he's such a
I know, he's such a little scrungly. He's such a cutie, though. That looks pretty even. No, it doesn't on camera. Oh, you're like way higher. Maybe if I drop you a little bit. You know what? Better idea. Gonna try something else. That's a lot less lumpy, which will allow me to better pin these. Alright, I want the middle of the bone to go about there. Right, there's one drumstick on. So if I go to the other side, place the middle of the bone right about there. And that will put yeah, that looks pretty even now. Alright. Actually, how does a chicken wing even look? Roast turkey. Me looking at images of a roast turkey. Right. So it's kind of up like this. It's starting to come together. Look at this shit. Oh, gods. What'd your life come to? I made a bag that looks like a roast turkey for my niece, and it was supposed to be a tiny bag. However, I have literally no self control, and thus it has ended up larger. Almost the size of a small actual turkey. And I think that's the funniest part. Is it almost the size of an actual freaking turkey? Right. My gods. Look at this thing. Look at this. The roast turkey bag. Kip. Oh. This is what I do with my life. This is what I use my days off for. Hey, Bun, what do you do? Oh, you know. Oops. Grabbed the wrong thread. judgment. I am making a bag that looks like a roast turkey.
all your bag turkey.
Yeah, for all your turkey bag needs.
Wrapped up your bread.
Hmm?
Wrapped up your bread.
Woo!
Dad says it's good, by the way. Candies.
Oh, Dad also had some. Nice and nice. Look at it.
Like a sliver of a heel on it. I didn't even notice it. But he said it's good.
Hmm?
He said it's good.
That's good. That's good, that's good, that's good.
As dumpy as our cat.
It's such a stupid concept. What do you do with your days off? Well, you see, I'm lightly unhinged.
Lightly?
Only lightly.
Sure.
I still can't believe how big it ended up being.
Us with our cat.
Yeah, seriously. The cat? What if I just grow to massive proportions? Really, child? Joey? Yes.
I'm going to partake in homemade carb.
Woo! Enjoy the homemade cub.
Yeah, and I took one of the chickpeas.
Okay.
So yeah, I wrapped it. I was gonna put it in a bag, but we only have one storage bag left, so I was like, oh, be not lazy. And I wrapped it. That's what we're at.
Thank you. Thank you, bestie.
I'm back to bed now.
Okay, love you.
Called to inform you.
Yeah, I hope you enjoy it.
I'm sure I will. A little bit.
That's good. That's cute. I do that with the rabbit model because I typically, when I'm doing crafting work and stuff like that, I do pull my hair back. My hair's not as long as it used to be. I used to have really, really long hair, which is where I started, why I have a lop rabbit as my model. Like my avatar is a lop rabbit, and that's because I used to actually have really, really long hair, and so I would use the lop ears as a kind of representation of my long hair. I actually have a wolf cut now instead of long hair, but so instead of putting my hair up because the rabbit doesn't necessarily have hair like I do, I put its ears back because I think it's cute. That's adorable. Someday I want to get a rabbit. But that day is very far away. Because I also want reptiles. And that day is also very far away. God, this is so funny to me. This turkey bag is sending me. Because sometimes the attention gods say no. He just deflated it, but look at this. Look at this. It's just a turkey bag. It's a turkey. Look how roomy it is too. Like that's a lot of space. He's a turkey bag. He's- Alright, time to make a strap for this bag. That's not good. 66, 67, 69, 70, 71, 72, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100. Oh, hey, Divine, be careful with how you say things, because Twitch chat just auto flagged your message for having saying I'll kill you in it. Um Automod it doesn't like certain things. Twitch does have some censorship stuff, so be careful with that. turkey bag. It's a turkey bag. It's a turkey. It's a turkey bag. It's a turkey bag. Look at this thing. Turkey. Turkey, turkey. He's a turkey bear. He's a turkey bear. I probably could fit it on my head. Trying to find a color of yarn. Da 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 da. Da 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 da.
trying to find this color. Cool. Alright, now on to my next project. I got the turkey bag done. Very excited about that. Alright. Yeah. Me having to remember how to make these because it's been a little couple weeks. Now it's been like 8 weeks since I made these. One, two, three, four. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Welcome back. I finished the turkey bag. Turkey bag. Baubles. Sunflower baubles. Yeah, I had a coworker. I have two coworkers who asked me to make baubles for them. So one of them has prepaid me to make them, so I'm doing that. And she wants all the same. She wants like sunflowers, so I'm just kind of batching them.
Because they're all the same design, it makes it easier because it means I can just make all the individual parts, swap the yarn. Because the sunflower baubles require 4 colors of yarn in a specific order to get the sunflower effect on them. So I need to make about 8 of these little ones in brown, and then I can move to the darker yellow, and then I can swap to the lighter yellow, and then I can use black to finish them off. Mostly I'm just going to try to get all the sunflower bits done tonight, and I'll probably do the black and white bits on another day, aka probably like tomorrow or something. Mostly because I am starting to get tired because I did make the turkey bag today as well. And then I'm gonna watch reviews on webcams. Gonna watch more webcam reviews to try to figure out what's a good webcam to do my streaming stuff on.
God, crocheting always like just tankers my wrist. Like, you would think illustration would like really do a number, but honestly, I swear to God, I get more pain from crocheting as much as I do.
Funny enough, the color I'm currently working with, this one, this darker yellow, this was the color that the turkey bags pattern actually called for. I just went with a more rose gold color because I thought it was nicer. Like, I just think the burnt pumpkin looks a lot nicer. Yeah, it's called burnt pumpkin. That's the name of the color. Well, I said roast when I said roast myself. It's burnt pumpkin is the name of the color. This one's called sun gold. This is just called yellow. This one doesn't get a fancy name. This one's just yellow. And this one I think is cafe au latte, like the coffee drink. Is yellow. Which is funny because I have other candies like there. I have other colors where there's one that's like it's called like candy stick stash, um, seafoam spray, oasis. Yarn names always make me laugh. Like some of them have such funny names. I swear.
Got a crack.
My favorite color is a tealish blue cyan. Um, if not evidenced by the fact that I use it fucking everywhere. When I was in high school and in college, early years, my favorite color was red and black because I'm just edgy. But now my favorite colors are like bluish, like cyan blues and light lilac purple. A do, 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 do, boo. Do, boo, boo. A do, a do, a do, boo, boo, do, do. Man, these scissors are dull. They are struggling so hard to cut anything. Oh yeah? Chex Mix and nuts sounds fine to me. Excuse me. That makes me think there's a chapter in Moon Guardian in which Eclipse Snatcher starts talking in his native tongue, which is Bulgarian, and Eclipse responds, which shocks him because it's a dead language. His kingdom's been gone for over 300 years. And it's one of the hints that she's not as young as she appears herself, and that she potentially is also Bulgarian, which she is. Um, Eclipse is Bulgarian. She was born in the Horizon Woods, which is near the capital city of Bulgaria. But it helps Snatcher feel a little more at home because someone else knows the same language and like songs that he does. Not that he questions why she knows it, she just because she's an amnesiac, so it's like, oh, maybe she just picked up languages somewhere, and it's like, no, no, she just naturally speaks Bulgarian as well. But it's just another way for them to bond. And then eventually they learned that they met each other while they were both alive. I get that. I mean, Eclipse's entire family was killed in front of her by by Snatcher's father. She literally had to watch her mother open a portal to the horizon, shove her in, not knowing what's going on. She just lost her father the week before. And then she's suddenly trapped in the horizon with no real way to exit it. All of her pack has been killed. She's the last surviving Nightingale. Her father is dead. Her brother won't pay attention to her. She's only 6. And she's just absolutely shattered. She's broken. She doesn't know what to do. She was still dealing with trauma because she had been caught by slave traders the week before. Um like Eclipse, actually, there's a couple chapters too where Eclipse wakes up crying and she has really bad nightmares because she can remember bits of her past. And one of those specific moments, which kind of leads to Snatcher uh, she basically, at one point too, when she was a teenager, this was after she had met Rue again at a thing. Kraft had gone feral and had killed Regis, killed Alina, and he'd basically destroyed most of the horizon. And then Senna used his strings of fate to puppet Eclipse to trap Kraft in a dream bubble in the horizon, which broke her even further. And then, while she's already dealing with that, she had run out of the horizon for a bit to grab some stuff from a market, and someone saw her and identified her as a grim wolf or a nightingale, and they thought she was the one who had destroyed Solgario, when it was in fact Kraft who had taken the form of a great wolf to do it because they were pissed. And so they dragged Eclipse by her hair, pulling her against the rocks of the ground to a nice dead wisteria tree. They took the rope. And there's a reason Eclipse hates the nooses in Subcon with a burning passion and threatens to burn them all the time. Yep. That's why her neck bothers her so much, because on top of that, like I said, when she was 6 years old, she was grabbed by slave traders, and they had put a collar of iron around her neck. And as you know, Eclipse has a very heavy iron allergy, which causes a lot of irritation and burning. So, and then add in that they did that to her. And then as a nightingale, whenever she's in the horizon, she is also chained up in those same spots. And that's why it's always so tender. So, yeah, that's how come Eclipse is partially dead. Anyway, eventually that'll come out in Moon Guardian. Oh yeah, I like what Eclipse went through. I've said it before, like, y'all think TLC Eclipse went through some trauma. Like, she did. Don't, I'm not downplaying that. But Moon Guardian Eclipse went through way worse. To the point she was supposed to receive her true name when she turned 16. And like, it's a really big thing for her because she's technically part fairy and names are very important to them. But because Senna was so obsessed with his revenge on Regis and everything at this point, he actually completely forgot her birthday. And this just emotionally killed her. She just gave up. And so she just kind of regulated herself to doing work in the horizon. So she would go around the horizon and she would like fix rifts that would open up. She would put lurkers into bubbles to keep them out if someone accidentally walked into the horizon, because that is possible. She would guide them out, and she basically just worked as a guide, as a nightingale, even though that wasn't what she was supposed to be doing, because technically she has too much soul and it makes her vulnerable in the horizon. And it's not until 300 years later that Senna finally kind of came to his senses and was just like, oh my god, I need to get her out of here because this is not good for her. This is going to end up messing with her magic if she's in here too long. Little does he know, she's already kind of screwed. Because Twyla has already swapped her soul out. And so that's how she ends up being sent to Subcon in the first place. Was Senna attempting to fix the mistake of and so Eclipse ends up in Subcon. Woo! And eventually, she ends up back in the horizon. Oh no! Oh no! It's fine. It'll work out. It'll work out. Tee. Oh, the things that happen. Do you guys wanna hear something even more fucked up? Do you wanna hear something even more fucked up? So the royal decree that was signed to kill off the Nightingale pack, Regis tricked a baby Aurelius into signing the order that killed Eclipse's family. So, technically speaking, Aurelius is the one who had the order to kill off the Nightingale pack. Aurelius himself is partially responsible for the death of Eclipse's entire family. And so it makes the moment when Rue thinks that, well, because Rue was only about 8. Rue was only 8, so his dad was just like, hey, sign this thing. And, you know, younger Rue, he was trying to get his dad to like him. Like, that was all baby Rue really wanted, was his father to like him. So, when Regis was like, hey, sign this piece of paper for me, Rue was like, okay, Dad said to sign this thing, I'll sign this thing. What can go wrong? He was 8, he didn't know. So Rue signed the paper as was asked of his father, and yeah. He only learned about that order when he was older, when he was going through some paperwork for something else. And he really regretted it because Rue didn't hate the nightingales. In fact, Rue likes wolves. That's an actual thing. One of his favorite animals is in fact wolves. He also likes snakes because it's funny. But he found that out later on, and he was just like, oh. But he never really thought too much of it because, like, he didn't really know the nightingales personally and all of that stuff. And then you fast forward 300 years to Snatcher, and you have Snatcher meeting Eclipse and then kind of putting together the pieces that she's a nightingale, and just the grief that he feels knowing that he most likely destroyed her entire family. But yeah, so Rue and Eclipse have history and they have no fucking clue. There's also there's a scene in Moon Guardian where they're in rifts. And at one point, the first rift that they had actively gone into, it is Eclipse stayed in her normal form. She didn't change, but Rue got stuck in his living form because he existed outside of the horizon at that point. And that's another hint that Eclipse might not be everything she seems at that point, because she appeared normal, and they just like assumed that it was just because, oh, she probably just didn't exist at the same time with the girls. But Rue ended up alive, and he was really enjoying it for a little bit. But then there's a time they go to another rift, and Rue again gets stuck in his younger form because they're in the rift, and he can't find Eclipse at first, and then he ends up finding her. But this time, unlike the last time, she is in a different, she's younger, and they kind of figure out, and it's just like one of those moments of, oh, why is it different this time? And then Snatcher has to realize that they've met each other. But he also had the unfortunate realization that Eclipse was very tiny for like being a 16-year-old, or I think she was maybe 14 at that time. I'm not 100%. They were teenagers though. And he like picks her up, and he can feel her ribs through her dress and everything, and he's just distraught that at the point where he was still in his castle and everything, and he was just like a spoiled guy, and he was just being picky about his meals, and the girl that he's come to love, like seeing that at the same time she was so thin that he could feel her ribs and everything, like he felt so bad. And then he had the realization that they'd met they'd met before. They had met during a festival that only happens every 300 years. And it's just the realization they knew each other, and it fucking sends him. There is so much planned for Moon Guardian that I can't wait to get to. I just have to get to it. So yeah, Baby has a lot in the works. I ain't just pondering the orbs, I'm making the orbs to be pondered. Ponder this. I do think I'm gonna stop once I get this last. Like, I'm gonna just finish getting this stack of sunflowers done because my wrist, not my wrist, it's my shoulder is hurting. Plus, it is 11 p.m. and I have still not eaten my mac and cheese. So I'm gonna finish the one I'm working on and then work on the next one. And then I might go back to writing Rune Eclipse being asshole idiots. Mood. For me, though, it's like, I don't know. Hold on, I might know where it is. This might make you laugh if I can find it. I don't know where it is off the top of my head. I'll have to look for it for next stream. But I have a good portion of Moon Guardian printed off. And it's held together with clips. Wait, is that you? Is that it? Nope. Nah, I'll have to look for it later. But at some point, I'll have to like show you guys physically on the cam. I'm gonna have to like show the actual print off of Moon Guardian because it's so thick. And it always makes me laugh. But I have most of Moon Guardian written out, so. No, the corkboard's up above my bed. I was trying to find the print off of Moon Guardian's script. It's just the written fix that I have that I turn into comics. I think it's on the tote under the bed, but I have some books there that I'd have to move to get to it. Hello, Mr. Top 10 List. Yahoo! Coming in right at the tail end because I'm just finishing up these last two. You can laugh at the turkey bag. I made a turkey bag. I could see it. Happy face. They're to make Christmas ornaments. I know Christmas is like last week, but someone ordered some. I know the exact video you're talking about. Just have her talk to Kraft. Kraft has got echoes. They're a nymph shapeshifter. God, I'm thinking of the twerky. The fucking twerky. Gotcha. I mean, Kraft is. Yeah. I mean, Kraft could probably mimic it though, because Kraft is technically a ninth being, and they can mimic anything from different dimensions that they pass through. That's kind of their whole thing, is that they're pliable. So they mimic things. That's how they shapeshift. Mouse, I will send you the twerky after I finish streaming. Once I finish this up, I will send you the twerky. Spud will hate me, but I will send it. Potentially too, if that's the reason is like the star and stuff, Eclipse could probably learn it, considering her exact being is made of stardust. So she herself is a star. So there's a chance she could pick it up if you tried to teach her. So Small could have people speak to her like that. And it does. There we go. Got those all done. For 4 baubles, because each bauble needs 2 pieces, and then 2 of them will have black backgrounds and 2 will have white backgrounds. Yeah, that's the thing. Well, that's the thing too, is Eclipse is referred to as the Dreamweaver or Starwalker. So she is very much able to do that kind of thing. think this was a pretty successful stream. We got the turkey bag done, and I got the basis for baubles kind of worked on. I think that's not bad for a few hours of work and get all this shit done. But my arm is hurting. My arm is hurting now, so I'm gonna have to call stream here for the night and potentially stream tomorrow. But I have no promises because life can kick me in the butt sometimes and I never know what's gonna happen, so I've given up on saying if I'm gonna stream tomorrow or not. I will stream when I stream, and if that happens, it happens. I am a mystery. Stream schedules be damned. I'm gonna eat the mac and cheese. I've been picking out the kielbasa in it. But thank you guys all so much for coming on by. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and I'll catch you in the next stream. Bye! Fun fact, I wave goodbye at the end of every stream, even though you can't see my hands for the most part. I'm sorry, I would, but my arm is really hurting. My shoulder is locking up, or I would. I honestly would. But I hope you have a good night, and potentially you can catch a stream when I'm not near the tail end of a ending stream. Top 10 anime betrayals. Top 10 fun ending stream when Mr. Top 10 list enters. I'm sorry, it's not the Mets you would have wanted. But it's the Mets you got. But I hope you guys have a good night. Have fun, all that jazz, and keep on being awesome. Happy New Year. I'll see you guys later. Bye!